Hello there, Miss Deb, coming to you from Ann Arbor, Michigan. And I have a question for you. Have you ever gone through something that at the time was quite devastating to you in your life, only to find out later on that actually it was a blessing in disguise? So, I have a little story that I'd like to tell you about a devastating event in my life and how I realized later on in life that it was actually a blessing. So I was married for 10 years, had 2 children. My husband started to drink quite a bit. In fact, he was an alcoholic, and he was verbally abusive towards me. Now I suffer from anxiety and panic attacks, and I don't like being home alone. I had a hard time with that at that time in my life. So I probably stayed in that marriage longer than I should have. But one night I had finally had enough, and I took my kids and went down the street to a neighbor's house and called Safe House, which was a domestic violence shelter. And I ended up going out to the domestic violence shelter. Now mind you, because of my anxiety and panic attacks, I didn't know how I would be able to live on my own, by myself, raise my kids by myself. I had no idea how I was going to do that because of my fear of being alone. However, through Safe House and counseling at University of Michigan Hospital, I eventually got to a point where I did have my own apartment, and I was raising my children by myself. I even ended up going to college. And through a lot of this therapy and support that I got actually both from Safe House and from Washtenaw Community College, I was able to attend classes, get to school, and get home, and be able to take care of my children. Now, I was studying computers, and I ended up getting a job as a computer operator, which I really loved that job. It was, to me, I felt good about having that job, just the fact that I was able to get out and work, because also in Ann Arbor, they have a taxi cab service for disabled people that allowed you to take a taxi cab anywhere in Ann Arbor for $1 one way. And that was how I got to work. And it was also how I got to and from school. So eventually, I graduated from college, and I went through a few other things in life, got remarried, divorced again, ran my own daycare home for 9 years. But I eventually realized that that night that I left my husband was actually a very big blessing in disguise. And I'll tell you why. If I would have stayed with Greg, I never would have went to college. I never would have realized that I'm a very strong woman, and that I can do things, even things that I didn't think I was going to be able to do. Now, going through college and working as a computer operator and having my own business, these were really good things for me. And also, I finally ended up discovering network marketing and working online. Well, I already had some computer experience, so I thought I'd give it a try. I did. I failed with a few companies. I failed because I didn't have the knowledge. I didn't know what I needed to know to run an online business. But then I found a great mentor, Mark Lalonde, who I have learned quite a bit from. So now I am a successful network marketing. So you see, sometimes in life, you can go through something that you think is just so devastating, you'll never recover from it. And then, a few years later, you find out that that devastating event actually turned out to be a blessing because you learned something new. You became something you thought you could never be. And that is exactly what happened to me. So, that's my story for today. I hope you enjoyed it and that it may have given you some interesting things to think about. Maybe you're in a situation like I was and you want to get out. And I know how hard it is. It was very hard. I loved my husband, but I had to do what I had to do. He cheated on me all the time. He was verbally abusive and, just really sort of kept me down. And that was not healthy for me. So, again, hope you found value in this short video. Hope it helped you in some way. And if I can be of any help to you, just let me know. Alrighty then. Bye-bye.